I played John Cena's final year in the WWE, and here's what happened. After John Cena's big win at WrestleMania, he was ready to rub it in to the WWE audience. But he quickly learned that there wasn't much time to celebrate, as he now had a huge target on his back, and it seemed an old rival was ready to take his shot. Out came Randy Orton, ready to take away the title to help avenge his friend Cody Rhodes. John Cena and Randy Orton had a tense build with a war of words in the ring. Unlike Cody, who waited patiently for Cena to strike and ultimately failing, getting hit twice with the crossroads, Orton decided he wanted to take the first punch, which backfired, gave John Cena a big boost of confidence, taking out Randy Orton. This would continue as Cena attacked Randy Orton backstage the week before their title fight set for Backlash. John Cena vs. Randy Orton for the final time was set to be a classic after these two attacks by John Cena. Cena was in trouble, so Travis Scott came out to help John Cena just like he did at WrestleMania. But this time, his opposition had help. Cody Rhodes comes out to help Randy Orton, leaving John Cena shocked. But out of nowhere, Seth Rollins' music hits and he comes out, no one knowing what's about to happen. And ultimately, Seth screwed Orton. As it was clear, Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman were now the two final members of The Rock's faction. It was already alluded to months prior at Elimination Chamber, there was set to be two more members, and The Rock held up the number 2. Just like he did when he held up 3 before John Cena ultimately turned. And now after Backlash, we find The Rock in the ring discussing that he promised Seth Rollins the title after Cena's retirement. And The Rock viewed Paul Heyman as the missing piece to help manage this faction. While The Rock's away in Hollywood, he needs someone to do the day-to-day managerial tasks. As we push forward now to King and Queen of the Ring, John Cena had already taken out 2 of the top faces in the company, and right now, currently away from the company, was Sami Zayn and CM Punk. They were recovering from their losses and injuries. There didn't really seem to be a challenger heading into this King and Queen of the Ring, but a future challenger would make themselves known, as Roman Reigns would go on to win King of the Ring, promising to end John Cena's reign, while also destroying Rollins and Heyman. On the road to Money in the Bank, CM Punk would make his return and set his sights on John Cena to meet at the PLE where their historic rivalry peaked. As Money in the Bank finally came, the match was an absolute classic. Punk would get the upper hand late in it, but a familiar foe made his move. Seth Rollins. He would take out the ref into the ring, gain an advantage, and hit a stomp on CM Punk, helping John Cena retain, while also continuing to torment CM Punk. John Cena's dominance with the help of the faction would continue over to SummerSlam. Cena's championship gauntlet was set to continue as Roman Reigns was finally ready to win back his WWE Undisputed Championship from John Cena. Seeing what happened to Punk at Money in the Bank, Roman was prepared for Seth to try and do the same to him. But Seth never showed up. Someone else did. As Roman Reigns looked to put away Cena, one final spear, The Rock's music hit, freezing Roman right in his place. It was clear that The Rock had no care for bloodline business anymore, as he hit Roman with a rock bottom, putting Cena to win and setting himself up to finally get his match for Roman Reigns in the main event of next year's WrestleMania. After the match, it didn't seem as John Cena was very appreciative of The Rock's help, as his own ego seemed to have somehow gotten even bigger, and it was clear The Rock wasn't too happy about it. On the Raw after SummerSlam, Cena would cut a promo announcing he officially ruined wrestling and there was nobody that could stop him. Rock backstage, again taking notice of Cena's ego, come out to confront him about how this only happened because he, along with his faction, gave Cena the title. Cena would have none of it though. He would leave the ring, leaving the strength of their alliance in question. Now we reach Clash of the Castle, where Drew McIntyre would be next up to face John Cena for the WWE title. It looked to be the same old story. Cena looked to get help win the match. Travis Scott this time would be the person to come down to help John Cena. And then suddenly, he backed away from the ring. Cena was very confused about what was happening. And out of nowhere, The Rock comes into the ring, hitting Cena with a rock bottom, and ending Cena's reign as Drew got the 1-2-3 pin. On the Raw after Clash of the Castle, Drew explains that The Rock promised him the WWE title when he negotiated Drew's new contract. Soon The Rock will fulfill his promise to Seth by helping him win the World Heavyweight title and they would rule the WWE with the greatest faction of all time. Later that night, Cena was backstage, feeling embarrassed more and more after passing by everyone. He would soon head to the ring for a promo. He was surprised by the fans cheering him and having his back following the loss. Drew would soon come out though to rub in the loss, leaving Cena to once again feel embarrassed as he leaves the ring. Just before Cena leaves the building for the night, Cody Rhodes tells him there's still time to make things right. Cena hesitates, but doesn't end up responding. Next week on Raw, Cena would come out for another promo, and he admits to the fans that he was wrong. He mistook their passion for hate, he mistook their eagerness for spoiledness, and he realized there's very little time left, and there's only one thing he can do. Cena promises to fix the mess he started. Sami Zayn won the Money in the Bank match and made the valiant decision to announce his cash-in ahead of it instead of making it a surprise. With that decision, he gave Drew McIntyre time to prepare for their match at Bad Blood. What Drew didn't prepare for was John Cena making his appearance though. Out of nowhere, Cena hopped the barricade and attacked Travis Scott at ringside. This took Drew's attention away from the match, leaving Sami Zayn to take advantage, hitting Drew with a Helluva Kick and finally capturing the WWE title. While the WWE title was finally taken away from The Rock's faction, the end of the story was nowhere in sight. Rock ordered Drew and Seth to go after Cena and Zayn, which ultimately led to a match at Saturday night's main event, with both Cena and Zayn in a match with no help by their side that couldn't keep up with the numbers game. As Travis Scott helped Drew and Seth get the win, seemingly turning the tides of the future of the WWE back to The Rock once again. On the following Raw, Cena would come out for a promo and announce with only one more PLE remaining in his career, the fate of the WWE had to be decided now. Cena would call out The Rock, he met Cena in the ring, and he would try to berate Cena. Shawn wasn't having any of it. Cena quickly told The Rock verbal exchange was worthless, and instead he should go backstage and find a fourth member because he would need it for War Games. And with that, Cena left the ring, setting up the biggest War Games match in the history of the WWE. At Survivor Series, Team Cena versus Team Rock was an intense battle from start to finish. Punk and Drew would start the match, rekindling their heated rivalry from a year ago. Team Rock had the advantage, but Seth would enter next, as he and Drew dominated Punk. Next up was Roman Reigns. He got into the match for Team Cena, and he went right for Seth Rollins, as they still had unfinished business from WrestleMania. Cena and Zayn would enter for Team Cena, and The Rock and Braun Breaker would enter for Team Rock. As the match came to a close, Punk and Zayn took out Seth and Drew, leading to all the members of Team Cena to surround Braun and The Rock. First, they took out Braun Breaker, leaving The Rock all alone. Roman would then hit a spear, and Cena would finish off The Rock with an AA, and Team Cena was victorious. On the last Raw of the year, Cena would come out and cut a promo one last time. He would thank all the fans for their support over the years and apologize for the mistakes he made.